Arsenal left the pitch with a scoreline that looked comfortable on paper but felt complicated in the locker room. A 2-0 victory over West Ham that should have been a day of unalloyed celebration instead came with a knot of anxiety when captain Martin Ødegaard limped out after just 32 minutes. Following a knee-to-knee collision. From the first whistle, Arsenal imposed themselves, Declan Rice producing a composed early finish to set the tone and Bukayo Saka coolly converting a spot kick later to seal the result. But the game's narrative was hijacked by that image of Ødegaard leaving the field wearing a brace and wincing as staff checked his. It was meant to be a milestone day for Mikel Arteta too. His 300th match in charge, and a personal landmark for Saka, who reached his 200th Premier League appearance and recorded his 100th goal involvement, numbers that underline how central these figures are to this team. Yet numbers and milestones matter less when you're suddenly facing the prospect of life without the player who orchestrates your attack. Ødegaard is not just a captain by armband, he's the rhythm maker, the passer who unlocks lines and the touchstone for creative moments. Arsenal reacted in the moment. Martin Zubimendi came off the bench to steady the midfield. The backline tightened, and the players saw the game out with professionalism, but the substitution forced a reshuffle that raises immediate questions about rotation and cover. Declan Rice himself finished the match despite feeling back discomfort later on, a small reminder that physical strain has been an unwelcome theme for the side this season. Arteta was careful with his words after the match, cautious not to speculate before scans, yet the concern in the manager's voice was obvious. When your captain leaves in a brace, optimism must be tempered with realism. Tactically, this problem is significant. Who shoulders the creative burden? Will the manager alter formations to protect the midfield and rely more on wide play and directness, or will a midfielder be asked to emulate Ødegaard's tempo and vision? The depth of Arsenal's squad will be tested in the coming weeks, and the timing could not be worse as the calendar demands consistency if they are to maintain a genuine title challenge. Beyond the immediate injury worry, this moment exposes the broader fragility that can afflict even the most well-drilled teams. Success is rarely linear, and it is often shaped by how a squad responds to setbacks. Fans will watch the medical updates and hold their breath, but they should also look for signs in training and selection. Which midfield pairings Arteta trusts, who gains minutes, and whether the manager tweaks his approach to protect the team's creative core. In the short term, Arsenal have 3 points, a clean sheet and 2 important personal milestones to celebrate, but the mood will remain cautious until scans return a verdict. The real story for supporters is not tonight's scoreline alone, but how quickly the club can adapt without its heartbeat on the pitch. That adaptation will tell us far more about Arsenal's title credentials than any single victory. What do you think the manager should do next? Reshuffle the midfield, change the system, or back a like-for-like replacement? Leave your thoughts and let's see how this unfolds over the next fixtures.